Hey guys, it's Bree with Coffee and Repeat. And yeah, I have a pack. I actually have a pack and a quiver for you today. So after my last review on the Salomon Women's Specific pack, I went and I bought this one because I had gotten the quiver and I wanted something to use it with. It sat in my closet for a couple months. Took it for one hike and then did a trail race like a week and a half ago. Kind of jumped into it last minute so I could have a day date with my husband and decided let's take a brand new pack out for race day because I always take something new out for race day. So it was not my A race and I wanted to kind of give it a good, good try before I can review it. And yeah, let's just jump right in. So the Salomon pack will ship with these two hydro flasks. These are probably my favorite hydro flasks. They have a nice wide neck so you can easily get stuff into them, but they don't have that bit on the bottom where it kind of rattles your ribs like the quick flasks. I do not like the quick flasks. And actually for race day, I had packed these two in the front right here, and then I packed one of the old flasks in the back. I used the bladder sleeve and I just shoved an extra bottle back here because I did not want to use the quick flasks. The bladder sleeve was actually really nice. I did get a bladder. However, the bladders come with the world's longest tubes, and I had cut it before the race, but it was still too long and I just didn't feel like dealing with it. So with the bladder, there's kind of a pocket just for the bladder here, and on the very bottom there is a hole in that sleeve, and tubes will kind of work their way this way, and then it kind of goes up and attaches right here. Great system. I have had to sew mine already. I had to add some reinforcing stitches on here because it was already pulling up, and I used it one time to go hiking with my family. So the other issue I have with the bladder, it's great. It doesn't have it going over your shoulder. However, if you aren't using the bladder and there's not like a tube going through here, I have found that if you put items in, let's see on front, you've got a couple different pockets, and we're gonna get into the pockets in a second. But this back pocket, you can actually have items kind of work their way into the bladder channel, and so like they will end up moving and you'll have to like dig them out from the back. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Let's just start from the front. Front of the pack, we have these two pockets up front. I don't love these pockets. They don't have zippers. They are kind of a weird shape, and I don't really know what you could put in there without having to worry about them falling out. Maybe if you're using kind of like a beacon maybe, or maybe gloves, something very, they're not worried about bouncing out of. Because they have a hole on the side so you can fit these little bungees out. And these bungees right here are one of your pole carrying options. So you can carry them here and here on either side. I did not use them because I was using the quiver, and as a result, I kept finding that like the bungees would kind of work their way out and smack me in the face. So I don't love them. I think you could take them off if you really wanted to. My concern with taking them off is if I take them off, I'm never gonna find them again. They're gonna be gone forever. So I kept just kind of shoving them back in here. This is also where they have the emergency whistle. So it's on the left-hand side of that first pocket. And like I said, I'm sure this is more of a me problem with it being a summer pack. I feel like this is probably more of a fall-winter pack because of all the features they have for you to carry, like things like gloves and hats. But we'll kind of get into that. So this front pocket here is for your bottles, and then it's got a little ponytail holder there to hold the bottles in place. Yeah, you probably want to use that. I found that after refills at the aid station, because you're not getting them tightly fitted without taking it off, I had to move things around in my pocket and I kind of pull the bottles from the bottom. But sometimes they would kind of like work their way out and kind of hang out. Nothing fell out, so that's good. Below that, you've got a big kind of a dump pocket, and then there's a zip pocket that goes in the front of the dump pocket. And then there's another pocket behind that pocket, and that's the pocket that will kind of work its way into the back. It also has a hole in the front, so this pocket, oh my gosh, this pocket is giving me so much grief. So because there's a dump pocket here, it'll work its way into this front pocket. So if you put small things, they can work their way through the pack. I had to put anything that I didn't want to migrate into this zipper pocket, because otherwise that hole that they have for the bladder to run through, it'll just, like if you have a chapstick, it'll just take a little trip. I had the issue during the race where I could not find my salt tabs, and I think they ended up like somewhere back here. So that's something to keep in mind, that if you want to be able to find something really quick and easy, zipper compartment's probably the way to go. And since you've got two, there's plenty of storage, but the dump pockets with the holes, yeah, they're kind of hard to keep things where they are. So bigger items, especially, because it goes all the way in the back. Like this goes all the way in the back. So it's almost like a pass-through pocket. They used to have like a pocket, similar pocket, but you could pass it through in the back, and instead now it's to the side. So I remember using that one for a jacket, but they actually have kind of a jacket specific area here where it sticks up right here, and you can put hats or gloves or anything that you want to grab on the fly. And I didn't love that aesthetically because it kept hitting me on the back of the neck, but this is where my water bottle ended up going, because once I was running, I can't access anything back here. There's a kind of a dump pocket here, which is all the way down here, but you can't really get to it because when you're looking for something in here, you ultimately end up sticking your hand in this one. So it's kind of hard to, like, there's too many things to grab into. And then I had my entire emergency kit set up in this back zipper pocket, which I could not possibly access during the run because my quiver was kind of covering it. So my husband would grab stuff out for me. We kind of did the buddy system because I carried like the med kit and all that stuff. But the pockets were nice. However, they were kind of hard to find things in because there were so many pockets and things did not stay put. That was kind of my other complaint. So many dangly bits. Like this was flopping around. These were coming out. Like there's just a lot of things that can come out. There's a garbage pocket, and if you fill it up with garbage, that's great. If not, it kind of ends up being like this. So I feel like any given time I had like things like constantly bouncing on me. Loved the quiver though. The quiver attaches, there's 2 points here or here, so you can have it however way you want it. If you want it like on this side or on this side, and then you just kind of tighten it down here and it holds poles. I had my Black Diamond Z poles, and they fit pretty good. It's a little hard to get them in both together, so you have to do it one at a time. Once I took them out, they didn't go back in. So I almost was like, I don't really know if I needed the quiver this time. I probably could have started off with them attached to the side, but I preferred the idea of the quiver. Problems with the pack though, beyond the fact that I've had to do some sewing and there's floppy bits, it is a rough material. I had a tank top on, and this material right here, that is not comfortable with the tank top, especially if you're wearing the poles and it rubs a little bit more on your shoulder. It is not a soft material. And I don't know why they have to make them so, I mean, I get that they're a little bit more sturdy, but why are they so like sandpapery? I don't think I would reach for this one in the summer unless I was going to be doing like a really long distance run. I needed to have like all the toys on me because it's just not comfortable on the skin. Like it really is super rough. So if this is full, like I liked this pocket for putting things in on the fly. However, I couldn't get into the other pocket because I kept hitting this pocket. So anytime I tried to put something in the middle pocket, I ended up putting it here and then end up smacking me in the back of the head, which is kind of a me thing. But again, I feel like it's a very over-engineered pack that they're trying to like tick all the boxes for everybody, and as a result, like I feel like it was almost overkill for what I needed it for. Altogether, it is not a bad pack. I will probably end up keeping it only because it works with the quiver. I do not love these attachments. I miss the old attachments where they had the wider band and they had a clip. When I have it on, I have it this whole dangly bit, and it's just another thing that's kind of smacking me in the face, and it got a little frustrating. Keep in mind too, if you are using the quiver, I'm going to take the quiver off so you can see what the back looks like, that you are going to have less accessibility to those pockets. So if you're going to put something in that zipper pocket, maybe make something that you don't necessarily need to reach into. Like I said, that's why I had my emergency kit in there, but I also had like you know, the toilet paper and stuff in case of emergencies. So here we go. So that's what it looks like. It's not bad. It just, I don't love this. Aesthetically, I don't love this. I don't love anything touching the back of my neck. But altogether, it's better than the women's pack. It fits better. This is the unisex, so this is a small. And with the women's pack, I had to go up a size. So the small fits perfectly. They have a little bit of padding right here to kind of counteract the bottles whacking into you. But it definitely works better, I feel like, with the bladder, because when you're using the bladder, you don't have to worry about things escaping through the tubes. And you can kind of find things a little bit better. If you're packing for the day, though, make sure you pack anything that you don't want to migrate into the back of the pack in these front zips. Otherwise, it'll end up somewhere back here, and you might not find it until after the race is over. Altogether, it's not my favorite, but I'm going to keep it. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I will be reviewing more packs because my ride or die, my Patagonia pack, it had an accident involving my dog. So I had to bring my backup pack, which is the light blue Patagonia pack I had bought just to have in reserves. And that one broke yesterday. So I need to start getting some more day-to-day packs. So I will be having more pack reviews for you guys. Leave me any comments if you have any questions about the Salomon. If I was going to give it a star system, I'd give it 4 stars. Like it's good. It's just not super comfortable in a tank top, and long runs it gets a little bit annoying with all the flappy bits and hard to find things. So is it something that I could fix? I can fix 2 of those things. I kind of wish, see, it's nice soft material. I wish that the soft material was where it touches my skin. That's like the biggest point deduction on that, because it's just not really comfortable, especially if you're wearing a tank top. But I think I'm going to like this a lot more in the fall winter when I need to bring extra layers, and that might be a good spot for my hat and my gloves. Like, I think this will be great in the winter, great in the fall, but not a huge fan of it as a summer pack though. So I know a lot of people love these packs and they're like, it's their go-to, but for me, it's just not comfortable in the summer. So keep that in mind. I will be back with more reviews. Thanks. Bye.